Yo, we live. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Facetious. This is episode 123, season 3, episode 19, brought to you on Thursday, from now and forever. Thursday.
Now and forever. No.
May 24th, 2018 at 6:06 p.m. Central Standard Time. Look, I'm one of your hosts. I'm happy to be back in front of your eyeballs again. We back out here on these hangouts. For now, I am Larry, aka Bluemanrule, and that means I am not alone. I am joined by my main Damien, none other than Mike, aka Scarfinger, aka Real Talk. What's up, though?
What's up, B?
Not much, man. Look here, man. Look, y'all. Sorry. We had to get back out here because it was wholly necessary. Okay. So before y'all get all angry and for y'all get all upset and stuff, we had to get back out here just because, well, it's kind of what we had to do. But we're here for now.
Now, to be honest, let's be honest. We're being honest with ourselves here,
right? Because that's what we do.
I really liked Crowdcast. Like I really liked Crowdcast, but you know, all of the stuff that happened behind the scenes made it a little bit too much to deal with. Mostly on your end. I mean, it was cool for me. All I had to do was set the thing up and But all of the back end stuff made it a little bit difficult to deal with. So yeah, we back, dog. We're rude.
All right, we back, and you know, it was something that I enjoyed. Crowdcast. I enjoyed the ease of it, but what I didn't enjoy was the fact that I had to wait so long to get what I actually needed. That was a problem. So yeah, it was a problem. But now we here. And it's not recording this for me, but that's okay because it's going out to YouTube. So everything should be recording out there anyway. So as long as I get the audio, I can post the audio podcast mad quick. And once it's done, it automatically archives on YouTube. So I mainly needed it for the audio for the MP3 folks out there listening. So
to do it mad quick, you know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly. So Mike, pop out the chat for me if you can, because I asked that because I won't have the chat. Okay, so we have the chat streaming out to other people, hopefully watching this thing, but I don't know how it's gonna work. It might be.
I'm out here. I'm out.
Okay. I just wanted to double check and make sure.
We're good. I'm out here.
Okay, cool. All right. Throw them gang signs. It's good when you get hurt, man. Don't get hurt. So I wanted to talk to everybody about what we got going on right now. That's why we had to break away from Crowdcast. The only thing is I can't record Crowdcast because they have it set up to where you can watch stuff on screen, but if you try to bring that source into anything that records the screen, it won't allow it to do it. You have to log in again, and because it does that, it locks everything out. So that's the problem. But we all right. We still up in here. Mike, so I wanted to title today's show, but why though? Because it's just a lot of things I was walking around noticing this past week or so, man, and I was like, but why though? So, for instance, let's talk about this. So, I was driving. There was a lady. I think it was a lady, and but in the back it was this minivan, right? And it said kids in this bitch, but it had the eye as like a person. So I'm thinking to myself, you're extremely careful because you want people to drive careful around your kids. You don't want them exposed to the dangers and hazards, but you don't mind putting curse words on the vehicle.
Well, okay, baby on board, like baby on board. Like, how can I make this like? And I know we don't like this word. How can I make this as niggerish as possible? Nah, baby on board. Nah, kids in this bitch. Hey, kids in this bitch. Hey. Like, what is wrong with you? Like, what is wrong? Really, someone should wait for her to stop at the light, walk up to her door, open it, slap her on the hand, say, "Stop that shit." Like,
I was like, okay, I understand the premise, right? I understand the purpose of that, but come on, man, you could have executed that a little bit better. Come on, you must be married to Philip. Like,
yeah, for real. And then I mean, you can say you can. I mean, if you really want to be like hood with it, like kids off up in here, like you know,
right.
I mean, like that don't offend nobody. Like nobody got to feel no way about it. Like
nobody, man.
Kids off up in here. Okay, I know exactly what you're talking about. I see you, Philip.
Right, I see you, Phil. I got you.
Speaking of Philip, like, okay, so my man, Sam from Geeks with Color, started checking out, really getting into Facetious. And like he was like, I want to go back and listen to the old shows. And apparently the app that he was using only let him go back to like episode 77 or something like that. He wanted to go back. He wanted to go back to, you know, like he wanted to get all up in the cut. Like he wanted to go all the way back. You know, he can
get all the way back in the cut, man. And everything is on YouTube. Everything everything is on YouTube, and he should be able to go back. I'm not sure what app he's using, man. He might have to get at me.
He's using a Pocket Cast like how I do. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so but he asked me, like, he started listening to the show and he asked me if Philip was a real person.
Oh, he said, is Philip a real No, man, we use Philip. Philip is the scapegoat, right?
Yeah,
so let's be clear.
Yeah, Philip is what we use to deflect from what we actually talk about.
Right.
Philip is the disrespecting the flag when people kneel of the conversation. Right. That's what Philip is.
That's Philip. I'm sorry, y'all, but that's Philip. But I saw you, Keith. I saw what you put in there, man. Yeah, man. Because you know they had a show Blackish. He said niggerish could be the name of a new TV show that he But oh man, you know what? Somebody would run that.
But that's gonna have to be on the cable network. That's
what I'm saying. Somebody that's like AMC. That's like Netflix. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's not.
If Netflix does that, that would be great. Oh, speaking of Netflix, did you see the Obamas?
Yes.
Got with Netflix to produce some content. And,
how crazy!
And no. How crazy is it that white people up in arms again? Like, what?
They still up in arms?
Why you mad? Yeah, there was mad. Thomas, I'm gonna quit my Netflix subscription and all this other stuff. I thought you did that when they came out with Dear White People, the show. Like, I thought y'all did that already.
Which is now in the second season, right?
Yeah, it's second season. It's in the queue. I ain't watching it yet because I ain't watched the movie either, even though that was on Netflix also. I never got around to the movie because someone said that there's a little bit of confusion in the movie. So I was like, maybe I should take my time and I'll get to it eventually. But yeah, so like when they came out with Dear White People, all the white people who would be mad about such things said that they was gonna get rid of their Netflix.
Yeah, I thought they chunked the deuces a long time ago. Like, let's be clear. I thought the deuces was chunked a long time ago.
Yeah, apparently you did not, because it's not like Netflix relinquished. There's 2 seasons now. Two.
Yeah, los dos for sure.
And you still here. You
You
still here. And then how you mad about the Obamas? Like, well, he gone. Like,
he gone, guys.
You got what you asked for. You got your boy. Like, so why
you gotta phrase it like that though? Why you gotta phrase it just like that? I mean,
because it's they boy.
Ah, you bogus, man. All right, so listen, Mike. All right, okay. So you remember I told you, remember when we had to talk about Philip in the Mojave, right? In the Mojave bathroom. Okay, so I had to go to the Mojave the other day because they were in there. They were cleaning all the other restrooms, right? I was like, shoot, I just gotta. So
we gotta pull taps out for that one. Like,
right, exactly, man. So I had to go in there. I went up in there.
I salute you, dog.
And I noticed it's a brand new
steel crisp. You see that, Joe?
You see that 45
crispy.
Crispy. I'll get you a shirt that says crispy in this bit. Signed by Philip. So listen. So I went down there, Mike, and it's a brand new sign in there, and it said this in the Mojave. And we talked about how the Mojave looked like they've been playing Wheel of Fortune with the toilet paper dispensers. So it says on the wall, "Take pride. Thank you for leaving it clean." Now, listen. In order to leave something clean, didn't it have to be clean at some point prior?
Right.
Yeah. So I was like, but why though? Like, why are we doing this?
Phil showed up to the bathroom like, what you mean? This is Mohawk, dog. This is Mohawk. Like, what are you talking about? This is Mohawk, dog.
Man, and then what's even worse? So I need to update you on the Mohawk. I was in there, and I guess finally the stinking toilet paper roll dispenser just fell off because there was no toilet paper dispenser. It was so they had I guess haphazardly put one of the little bins, you know, on the side down by like your legs where it looks like you drop in magazines, but that's where they set the roll of toilet paper on top. And you just took it off. Yeah, man. I mean, it's like, come on, son. Come on, son. Like, take pride.
Is the come on, son is of come on, sons.
Yeah, take pride. Thank you for leaving it clean. I could have swore when I got here it wasn't clean. So I don't know what you mean by thank you for leaving it clean, but
yeah. You know, like, you know, Philip is like, this Mohawk. You just like, I'm gonna need this to be clean before you can tell me that.
Exactly. Like, I'm gonna need y'all to define clean. And I'm gonna need y'all to kind of make this place clean beforehand.
It already smelled like a convention in here. So like it's real.
Oh, it's rough, man. I told you, man. We got Pittsburgh and Nashville, in a couple of areas, man. And it's rough. It is downright offensive, to all the senses, bro. So yeah, man. Thank you for leaving it clean. So if you see that, just like, but why don't? And then, Mike, I'm telling you, I got like three or four more stories, dog, of just, but why? Because I need to know this. So, So, you know, left that day, and I had to run by Walmart to pick up some more groceries. Because my wife is still recovering. However, that means I'm still cooking. I was still cooking a little bit, so I went by, picked up a couple of ingredients that we didn't have. So went by Walmart. I walked by Walmart, and there was a Hyundai Elantra inside of Walmart. So I backed up.
They just one of the Walmarts here, not the one that they just built. Why did you just tell me that you're broadcasting Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands?
I don't know why it says that, because I'm supposed to be broadcasting in 3 places right now: Mixer, YouTube, and Twitch. But I didn't customize it. Just told me that.
But one of the Walmarts, it was something in there. I don't remember what they cleaned out, but they cleaned out one of those areas up front, or they built a new place up front, and they sell used cars in there. It's like a really big kiosk type deal where you can search through the cars and all that.
Bro, it's not even just newsflash. It's not even just used cars. They sell new cars too. So they have Walmart now has a service called stinking Car Saver. It's called Car Saver, and you can now buy cars at Walmart, y'all. This is not a joke. This is not a game. This is the real stinking deal.
Okay, we knew that this was eventually gonna happen once you were able to buy J's online at Walmart, like.
Right. I mean, we kind of knew that was gonna go down, right? So, but now you could actually buy them at Walmart now. So,
when I walked past, it wasn't yesterday. It was the day before yesterday. Was it? Was it yesterday? Might have been yesterday. When I walked past there on the way out, I guess somebody had left the kiosk on the used section, so I thought it was just used cars.
Okay. Yeah. No, man. It is no. You can now buy a car. So it says here that give me just a minute here. I'm gonna get down here. Dang it! Why did this thing do that? The second.
Apparently here we go. It was really into
Subarus, yeah, clearly, man. So yeah, it's gonna be in roughly 250 Walmart locations, and And so it expands a card buying program. And I had a card for it. Now I'm real close to making that card the stinking logo item for this show, man. But
Walmart don't need no more publicity.
You're right. And so like it's an information aggregation source. So it gets you all the information on the vehicles that you need. You can compare stuff. And then they also in one place at the same time, they work and try to get you financing too. So it's not only getting information on the vehicles, but it's also getting finances so you can afford that joint. So I'm like, but why though? Because here's the thing. Normally, Walmart, because everyone knows that Walmart is not Target, right? Everybody knows that the specific demographic that hits Walmart is not the J. Okay,
but we already know there is at this point the thing that we always knew rings true, right? There is absolutely nothing that you can't get in Walmart, nothing at all, absolutely nothing.
And the thing is, I didn't know this, but the article that I'm looking at from Adweek is back in March. But y'all
can see my twin, my Shelly Poo behind me.
Hey, what's going on?
That's my sister Michelle.
Okay, that's what's up, man. Yeah, so she must be down for the holidays. We're gonna get into what you cooking later, Mike.
No, she can't get into what you cooking. My girl made her some shirts. So
okay,
for her anniversary, like we put that up. We'll be putting that up on the thing. We'll be putting that up on the thing soon for her anniversary. And then I gave her one of the paintings that I made that she really liked. So
word up, man. So but yeah, man. So I'm thinking, man, how is it? So I'm thinking about the demographic. I'm thinking about how good that's going to be for people in the long term. And I guess it's all right, man. But I don't know. I'm just a little worried about that.
If the finances is right, and Walmart has the power in order to make the financing cool.
But they definitely have a lot of buying power.
And they have, and if if the price is right on the whips, like
right,
and they definitely have enough power to do that. I don't see this as a bad thing. I see it as a weird thing, but it's just like when they started putting like beauty parlors and stuff, and you get your eyeglasses and all that other stuff in Walmart. You just like, really? And then people actually do that.
Yeah, man. People actually legitimately do that, man. It's crazy, man.
One of my homegirls, she's one of my Facebook friends. She actually worked at the beauty parlor in Walmart. Like she's a licensed beautician.
Oh, legit.
And she actually worked in that beauty parlor, and then that was her job. She loved it.
Word up. Well, hey, man. I think you're right. If the financing can work out and be beneficial for people, I'm all about that life. Okay.
Especially if it's beneficial to their workers. Like if the workers get an additional discount or something like that.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
On the whip or get special privilege for the financing.
Right.
Yeah, because we already know that Walmart subsidizes their workers with all of the things that pay taxes pay for. So like if it helps them, then it's helping us.
Right. No, I hear you.
It helps them get to work, and then there's more than 2 cashiers.
That's a valid point. But no, man. So all right, so let's jump into this, man. So here's a different story, man. That still made me think, but why though? So Dan Seaford over at, I guess it's The Verge, he said that there's still no easy way to simultaneously charge and listen on Android phones without headphone jacks. And I'm like, dog. And he says, yeah, I know there's Bluetooth. I'm like, but that's the argument though. You can't dismiss it. Like you can charge, because there are still a lot of phones out there I guess Android is doing a lot of phones that remove the 3.5 millimeter headphone jack.
Okay.
And I personally, here's the thing, man. I like the 3.5 millimeter jack, but I prefer a phone that has a really strong Bluetooth, because then I don't have to worry about cords, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so that's what I prefer. But he went on and on about how you can't really listen and charge at the same time. And I'm like, dude, most of those phones he's complaining about, you could just wirelessly charge them.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I still use my jack though.
You do?
Whenever I drive my girl car, because I have a Bluetooth dongle thing in my car. But see, here's the problem with her car.
Okay.
The what you call it, the cigarette lighter doesn't turn off when the car turns off.
Oh, okay.
It stay running. So like so if I'm still near it, when if I do the Bluetooth dongle thing in her car, like if we take a trip or something like that, I do the Bluetooth dongle.
Yeah.
Then I get out the car and go into the store. Somebody call me, and I'm wondering why they can't hear me.
Right. Yeah, because you're still connected. You're still connected to the Bluetooth thing in the car. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a pain, but no, I actually like, it. I use mine. I use mine there, and I use mine in a couple of places. So I still use my 3.5.
But he's saying he's talking about forget about running Android Auto on your phone or piping music through your sound system because your battery won't ever make it. He's talking about Android Auto via like Bluetooth, right? Okay. And because now, and I do agree that running Bluetooth, sending audio via Bluetooth, choosing to the battery much more than if you just have a direct line, right? But I don't view that as being a problem. I just think you need to step your car receiver game up. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I look at it. So
I mean, but it's all the same, right? If with the Android stuff or the Apple stuff, it's all the same. You take that jack out, and it's gonna be a problem.
All right, now Keith, I missed it, but Keith said he has a Walmart. They have a robot in their Walmart that scans the aisles for outs in the morning and helps customers find stuff. So
yeah, I've heard about it, but
cool.
I've heard about it, but I heard about it, but I haven't seen it in any of the Walmarts here. But I know one of the Walmarts is a little bit on the hood side.
A little bit, right? Bit. Do you? All right, Mike. Side note. How funny do you think it is? Oh, he said, hold up. Dang it. I was just gonna throw a question his way. It's all right. I'll come back to it a little later, I guess, man. I just wanted to see if he thought it was funny as I did. But so it just got so much traffic back there, man. Got so much stinking traffic back there. I was gonna ask you, Mike. Even though I know you still muted. How funny is it when you go into a Walmart that's a little bit more hood than yours, but you go in with somebody else and they're real uncomfortable?
I haven't had that. I haven't had that issue because the only time I go to Walmart really with somebody is when I go with my girl. And for a while, the only real Walmart in the area was the hoodest of Walmarts, which is Hampton Walmart. So like she already, by then you already have an idea. And like I call Hampton Walmart the hell mouth. I truly believe that if there is an opening to hell on earth, it resides in Hampton Walmart.
Come on, man. It can't be that bad, dog. Like for real, man.
It can't be that bad. Terrible. Hampton Walmart is possibly the worst place on earth to try to do anything.
Really? Oh man, that's rough. That's rough, man. But listen, all right. So, man. All right, so I had a question for you, man. So like this one is a bit wide though. This one is more of a sad story though, man. So all right, so per CBS News, right? I was reading this article, and this mother admitted being guilty to oh man, I changed the wrong stinking thing. She admitted to being guilty of leaving her son in a field who's autistic, and she left him there to die. So she didn't like call for any help. She didn't do like anything, man. And I was like, what are we doing here, ladies and gentlemen? Like
there should be a line to flip that switch. She gotta go.
Man, I looked at that like, what is going on? Now she did have, according to the thing, she suffered some injuries, man. According to it, she suffered some a broken leg and I think a broken arm. But she admits to allowing the blind kid, man, to die in the field, and I'm just like, well, he's blind and autistic, right? So It's just like, come on, he is relying on you for absolutely everything.
Call Black Lightning. Let's do this right
right now. Light up.
Light her up. I'm talking about find them guns that took out Lady Eve type junk. Like let's do this right now. Oh, he dropped out. Anyway, it still says I'm live. Yeah, it absolutely. There's no reason to keep someone like that alive. Like I'm not against. Oh, there you go. You left for a minute.
Yeah. You had to, but go ahead. I'm sorry, sir. Continue.
Yeah. There's absolutely no reason to keep somebody like that alive. Like I'm pro death penalty if you got caught red-handed. If you got caught red-handed and there is no way we can be wrong about this.
Right.
You gotta go. You can't be here no more. Like and to do that to your child, like
right.
You know what kind of person that it takes to be able to basically to basically pull the trigger on your child.
Right. I mean, it's quite disturbing, man, to say the least, dog. Like I don't understand how you can do that, and it's rough, man. So her name was Kimberly Lightwine. Yeah, and she admitted to
Kimberly light her ass up.
Yeah. So I'm just like, man, yeah, that's rough, man. I'd never be able. I don't think I'd ever be able to do that, even if my kid was in whatever position they were in. Like I don't think that's even possible, bro. I just don't.
Like I can't stand this to just hear about my child being hurt in any way, shape, or form. Like, you know what I mean? Like I know that my daughter hit her change of life. And now, like, you know, like them cramps is coming in, like, you know, like, like just that part where she's just like, my stomach hurts and I don't understand why. And like, and you know, we hadn't quite figured out that it was the cramps yet. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But she was just like, my stomach is hurting and I don't know why. And then, you know, and then the next day it's, you know, it's a problem. But like, you know, like it's a problem, you know, trying to contain. But like, I don't even like hearing about that. Like that shit, that hurts me.
Right.
To just know that my daughter has to go through that. And she got to go through that every month. And I know that, you know, that there's pain and there's discomfort and all of that stuff that comes with that. I would never, I can never feel okay about my child being in any kind of pain.
Right.
Like, and that's just me. And like the idea that you would make a decision to pull the trigger on your child, because it's just the same. If you leave your child to die somewhere, it's just the same as if you just killed them yourself.
Absolutely. I mean, I know the phrase "I brought you into this world."
And that's not manslaughter. That's murder, because that's a plan.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the reason why I think the manslaughter charge was given is because she was kind of incapacitated to move, because like I said, she had a broken leg and a broken arm. So it may not have been, you know, fully intentional, but I mean, the case could be made that she may have been incapable of actually walking to go get help. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. That's just weird, dog.
No, I mean, we hear all the time about parents that summon something in them that is superhuman when their child is in danger.
Right. Yeah, that
adrenaline. You're telling me you don't have this thing.
Right.
That's what you're saying.
You don't have that Kratos boy burst. Boy. The boy burst. Boy. Right. So
have we ever talked about how they always get a brother to voice Kratos?
No, but I talked about it the other day. I was like, and it's perfect. It is perfect.
And like, for real, they got Miles from, what's his name? Miles on House Party 2?
Was it Miles from House Party 2? Was it him? No. Is that him? Is that the same dude? Man,
House Party 2, the dude who was the antagonist for Kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know who you're saying.
That's Kratos.
But man, hey, that dude is good though, man. Goodness. I finished that game, by the way.
I haven't been back. I wish I had more time. Yes,
It
he
is
was
so
Miles.
good.
He was Miles in House Party 2.
Man, that's what's up. That's what's up, dog.
Oh.
Man, boy. I show those memes, man. It's like when you can't think of your son's name, and he's like, boy.
Right.
I love it, man. It is the greatest thing. So it's pretty awesome, though, man. We're talking about people with it at work. Shout outs to my boy Bob, or Wallace. Shout outs to Wallace, man. Was hollering at him at work, and I didn't want to. He was like, I haven't got the second weapon yet, and I was like, nope, I ain't spoiling that for you. You just keep playing this game, and you're gonna run across it. And
then I just saw the Black Lightning episode with old Kratos.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I saw that when I was like, oh, that's rough. That's rough. But woo, that's something else, man. That's different. But Mike, I tell you, man, bro, we'll get into what we got planned for this weekend first. But here's the final but why though? Okay, so I don't know if you've heard, but New York Times had a story, I believe it's New York Times, about the Washington Redskins and their cheerleaders and some investors. And I know you've been listening to Levitard. I know you've been listening to Bomani.
Hold on. Before we do that,
so
I'm on your man's IMDb page, and I'm just trying to see if he played in anything else that I've actually watched. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. So first of all, my man did the voice of Magneto in X-Men Evolution. Now, I was already out by X-Men Evolution. I'm the original, the OG. But here's the thing. My man also did the voice of D-Mob in the Def Jam Vendetta the series.
Did he really? See, I didn't play that series too much. So
are you serious?
Yeah,
Fight for New York is like greatness, sir.
Yeah, no, I've heard good things. I mean, I've heard many good things. Let's be clear. I just that's just simply is not for me. So
it's a fighting game. Like, well, the first game was a little bit more of a wrestling game, but the second one is a fighting game.
But I think I simply missed it when it was live. You know what I mean? I think I just missed it, and I hate the fact that I just missed it. But I mean, it is what it is. I can't go back and undo it. But I think I just missed it, man, which sucks.
Yeah,
it sucks. But I mean, I can't do nothing about it. So, but hey, man. But so let's see, Mike. Let me see. I got one other thing to discuss here. So we want to talk about the Washington Redskins. So here's what happened, guys. Here's what happened, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so I'm gonna get this right. Some investors from Washington and some cheerleaders, they went to a foreign country, and when they got there, I guess some personnel from the team took the cheerleaders' passports. Okay, now let's be clear. I've done a lot of training in my job on human trafficking, and that is human trafficking. If people's passports are taken and they are forced to do things they don't want to do, that's human trafficking.
They went to Costa Rica.
So they went to Costa Rica. Thank you. Appreciate the facts. Send me that link so I can throw people and take a look at it, because I want to link it so people can take a look at it. But so they went there and they were escorting these older investors, all male, out on dates, pretty much, like taking them out and going out with them and doing events.
No. It's worse than that.
Okay.
They're basically forced to do it.
Yes.
Some of them clearly said that they didn't want to. They felt forced.
Yeah, they felt forced. Right now, so here it is from NBC News. I'm gonna go ahead and copy it here. I'm gonna try to throw it out here, but I'm gonna tell y'all, this does not grant any warm fuzzies whatsoever. Like it's not.
Nothing about this seems okay.
Nothing at all. Mike is absolutely right. And so, I mean, I'm gonna have to go ahead and take my liberties and use this opportunity to say I am no longer a Washington fan. Like, I had stopped being a Washington fan a long time ago. But yeah, this one now, like where they're at now, what they're doing now, nah, B, I can't get down with that.
Yeah, and it's and
I can't
you
get
know
down with
what
that.
you know what it screams to me.
What's that?
It screams to me the R. Kelly thing about having the houses with the ladies in it,
Yeah,
and like
man.
all the reports said that they were being kept against their will and forced to do things and all of this other stuff, and he was keeping them under control. They weren't allowed to contact anybody or do anything, and all of this other stuff. And then you have the ones that they actually are able to speak to say no, this, I'm not being held against my will, blah blah blah, whatever, when something clearly is wrong here.
Yes,
And
man.
that's what's happening with this. Like, these ladies seem to be being held against their will and forced to go out on dates with these investors and all of this other stuff. And the moment you bring me to another country, you take my passport. The moment you all right, I'm about to cuss. The moment you take my passport, you got me all kinds of fucked up.
Right. Exactly.
In that moment. But of course, these are, they did it to these women who, like, you send them there with a whole bunch of dudes, and a lot of them probably felt powerless to do anything about it. And then you force me to go out on dates with dudes. You say that I'm escorting him. Like, what's another word for an escort?
Exactly.
What is the substitute that we use for escort? Like, escort is the substitute
for exactly.
But you got me all kinds of messed up. You do a topless photo shoot with me and my girls, and then you invite them to come oogle.
Right. Come on, man. Like, that's not what I'm here for. Like,
they supposed to oogle afterwards.
Right, in the privacy of their own loft.
Yeah, once some retouches and stuff have been done, like, you know what I mean? I need y'all to make it seem like I'm missing a couple of ribs or something out this joint. Like, you supposed to do, like, they supposed to get a glammed up version of what we doing here. Like, if I signed up for this, that's cool. I signed up for a photo shoot. I did not sign up for a viewing. Of my photo shoot. When people see me in these photos, I'm not supposed to be there.
Exactly, man.
What I'm saying? Like, no, you got me all the way messed up right now. Like, and then the only thing that they can do is say, no, we're okay, and all of this other stuff. That don't cut it. All of this seems wrong. There is no part of this that seems okay. And I'm pretty sure that the part that they're not discussing is they were probably forced to do some extra stuff too.
Right. Now, if you ask them, it goes back and forth. They're saying that, hey, some of this stuff didn't. Some people are saying in some accounts that it didn't happen, but these reporters got sources beat. You know what I mean? So, look, I don't understand why men with money and power. Well, I do understand, but I don't condone it whatsoever. Let's be clear. Like, I know why men with power.
No, I can tell you why these kind of things happen. And it's the same thing of why all of these famous people were treating women like dirt and doing all kinds of dirty stuff. There's stuff about Morgan Freeman today, which no one should be surprised by this. He ended up in a relationship with his step granddaughter.
What?
Yeah, you don't know about that? Like, yeah,
don't know about that.
Yeah, he ended up in a relationship with his step granddaughter. So, like, we already know that there's some dirt right there. And it's just somebody is like it said 8 women. I saw the headline. I didn't read the article yet, but 8 women have came out and was like, Morgan Freeman is a dirtbag. But like, if you knew about the step granddaughter thing, not surprised. But like, you see all of these famous people, and then like the story today is Harvey Weinstein is talking about turning himself in.
Really?
Yes. So now y'all can stop with all the Cosby stuff, saying that Cosby got hit because he was black. Nope, Harvey Weinstein about to get that hammer.
Right.
So for real, but Harvey Weinstein got long dough, like long dough. He can fight this forever and still be all right.
Maybe do.
he can drown the court system in appeals and all of this other stuff. Like he can take this to an R. Kelly level, because they came for R. Kelly and ain't nothing happened.
Right. That's true.
Yeah. So, but like all of these like dudes and stuff like that are that have done these things to women, if you know all of their stories, like if you watch like True Hollywood Stories and stuff like that, if you notice, there's one recurring theme. Almost none of these people were the popular guy in high school.
Yeah,
all of these people who are doing all of this stuff, like their ambition has carried them to the level where they are because they ain't had nothing else better to do.
Right.
Because they were the dweeb, or the nerd, or the, you know, like all of this stuff,
socially inept in some way.
Right. And like so like, you know, that dude gets some money and he feels like he needs his get back.
Right. But I mean,
and then also like my man Mr. Gates from the Haterizzi podcast and website, he has a theory about all of the school shooters.
Okay. And man, I'm telling you, like
he has a theory about it. And he says every single time something happens, he says, wait for their picture, because all of them are ugly.
Really? So
all of them are ugly. The only shooter, the only like active shooter like in recent memory that has not been ugly is the chick who shot up YouTube, but that was a lover's quarrel that went way too far. Well, it was kind of, you know, like the YouTube thing and all this other stuff. Like that was personal. Like that was not just, you know, I just want to do this because I need to hurt people. It was, I need to hurt somebody.
Right.
A specific person, and other people got in the way.
Now, Mike, now being a father, now how much does that worry you? Because it worries the hell out of me, right? Because I taught, like my oldest, he's still in college, right? My youngest is just getting ready to head into middle school. You know what I mean? Like it's scary. You know, you got people down in Texas, you got people in Florida, you got people everywhere doing this ridiculous stuff, man, which is the coward's way out.
We have to teach our children to accept rejection.
Yeah.
We have to teach our children to accept rejection. Everything ain't gonna go your way. Everything ain't gonna go your way. How you deal with it matters. I saw a thing on Facebook where a woman was having a conversation with her son. Okay. And she said that the son came to her and you know, he's in like elementary or middle school, like younger. Okay. And he said, like, there's a girl in school, I really like her. I keep trying to ask her to be my girlfriend and she keeps saying no. What should I do? And she was just like, she gave you her answer. Leave her alone. Find somebody else. Find somebody else that's going to say yes. Like leave that one alone. Yeah. And the idea for this young man was so foreign. That the idea was so foreign because it's ingrained in him from society. Like we don't know how to be like, all right, then that's your answer. Yeah. Like none of, like, for real, like if you really look at it, like if you know, like social media arguments and all of that kind of stuff, like most of it comes from the fact that we can accept that, you know, maybe, just maybe, I should just back away from this. Like, okay, for real, that's your answer. That's cool. That's not my answer. It wasn't the answer that I was looking for, but that's your answer. We cool. All right, I got you. Like, we don't know how to do that. Our society doesn't know how to do that. And then these people just keep stuffing this rejection down and they can't let it go. And then they just lash out and do something stupid. But like, so we have to teach our children, especially our young men, especially young white men, how to accept.
You went white with it. I went black.
No, because like, you know, all of these active shooters, not been us.
That's valid.
The majority of these active shooters have not been us.
Valid.
But we have to teach our children how to accept rejection, roll off it, move on to something else. We have to teach we have to teach our children to move on. I just had an incident with Pooh Bear recently. Pooh Bear did an interview for a private school.
Oh, okay. Woo, private schools. I can't imagine.
And she got turned down.
Right.
And she was really crushed by it. And I was like, well, do you understand why? And I broke it down for her. This is why, these are the reasons why you got turned down for this. But for me as a parent, it took me to say, you fell into all of these categories all wrong because you didn't listen to your parents. Right. Had you listened to your parents, you would be in good standing enough to be able to survive this. You aced your interview, but it was your school records that put you in this situation. So now you tell me, like, what needs to change here?
Mm-hmm. Right. I mean, you turn it into a teaching moment, which a lot of parents don't do. A lot of parents just yell and then have the kids shut down.
Some of it is the parents don't know what to do in the situation.
I know, but here's the thing, man. There's no guidebook, and if there is a guidebook on how to be a great parent, I'd like to see one that actually works.
It's not being a great parent, being a good or great or anything parent. I just want to be a good parent. I don't need to be great. I don't, like all of that stuff. I don't need the accolades for being a parent because
it's not about that.
Because it's not about that because it's not about me.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You know what I mean, it's not about me. It's about her and becoming the best person she can be with my guidance.
But that's to me, that's how you measure. I guess you determine a tree by the fruit that it bears, right? So, if you raised a good kid, then you did a good job. You know what I mean? If you raised a great kid into a great adult, then you did a great job. But you know what I'm saying?
I don't need to be the best tree.
Like, I understand that. I don't feel
the need to compete with my tree versus your tree.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is that me as a tree, I don't even evaluate myself as a tree until because my whole job is to worry about the fruit. You see what I mean? Yes. I'm not comparing my bark to anyone else's. I'm looking at my fruit, making sure my fruit matures on the vine as it should, and then falls and is ready for harvest at the time that it's ready. You know what I mean? So
but that's what it's like. But I think a lot of parents don't understand these core concepts of human decency.
You're valid. That's valid. Like respecting someone's opinion when they say, you're like, final answer. You sure don't want to go out with final answer? Like, who wants to be a millionaire? And they're like, final answer. I'm good. Okay,
yeah, cool. Absolutely. And I think it's I think most of it is the breaking of the family structure.
Okay.
Because having both parents there is so valuable for a young person because like, even if you're not getting everything that you need from one parent, you always got another one that's a different side with different feelings and different ideas and stuff. And like, sometimes they conflict, other times they align, but you're just like with everything in life, the best part is in the middle.
Yes, we've said that many times in the show.
The best part is right in the middle, where you can bounce ideas off of different people and figure out how they would handle a situation, and then you can use what they have learned and turn that into something. But a lot of people haven't learned this. A lot of people have come from broken families and all of this stuff, and they didn't have that. So then, like, when it comes to giving it to their child, they don't have it to give.
Right.
But so like, in order to fix what's wrong in our society, we got to fix what's wrong in our homes.
Well, yeah, because it starts to start there and then radiate outwards, right? Because you play how you practice, and what you do at home, you do out in the streets, right? So I fully concur with all of that, and I wholeheartedly believe that. So I'm of the same belief, and I think that we have to stop telling our kids the lie that, you know, we have to tell them this with realism. Like, the lie we tell them is that you can get anything you want, you can do anything if you set your mind to it. Well, to a point.
No, no, I think the biggest lie that we tell young people is each of them are special.
Each of them are unique.
You are unique, but you're not special.
Right, because that can prep them improperly. It could set them up to make them think that everything that they go into, they're going to be the prime, the prime pick. Right?
It's what when you believe that you're special, then you become entitled to something, and you're not entitled to anything.
Right.
You're not entitled to anything. Everything that you get in this life, you should do something to get it. Like, you can't just, like that guy who just went to court. Like, parents had to take their 30-year-old son to court to get him to leave their house.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, that just happened. They had to take him to court to get a 30-year-old man who had nothing going for himself to leave their house because he refused to leave.
Wow, man. See, here's the thing. They just didn't grow up. Because my grandfather would have been like, okay, you just stay right there. I'm going to go to my gun cabinet. If you're still there when I get back, well, then I'm going to fix this problem.
Once you hit 18,
yeah.
If you won't stay in my house,
right?
You won't stay in my house. I need you to be doing one or two things.
Right.
You need to be going to school, or you need to be going to work.
Exactly.
And if you're going to school, I'll help you out however I can. But you probably should have a job on the side, because I'm not paying for all of this stuff myself.
Right.
And if you got a job, then you're going to put some on these bills, because you use just as much of everything around here as the rest of us.
Right. If not more.
I'm going to need you to put in on this.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I mean? PlayStations use up a lot of power.
Yeah, they do. And they continually silly.
A lot of power. If you think about it, how many devices do you need in order to use a PlayStation?
Mm-hmm.
You need a PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
You need a TV.
Need a router.
You need a router.
Sometimes you may need a modem in addition to the router.
Right? You got to charge that controller.
You do.
And all of that got to be powered.
Yep. And in the summer, you can't sit in the house and without any AC on.
And then you can have a modem or router, but it don't mean nothing if you ain't got no internet. So I'm gonna need you to put in on all this.
Right, electricity. I mean, that's powering it all, bro. Mm-hmm. I mean, for real.
I mean, you can sit here and sweat when I go to work.
I turn it up to 85.
I'm gonna get me a Nest. I'm gonna get me a Nest so I can check in and I can turn this thing down right before I come home.
Right.
But it's going right up when I leave.
Right up.
Right up when I leave.
All right, Mike. We ain't got much time. We only got a few minutes, man. We got like 10 minutes left, bro. So tell me real quick what you've been watching and stuff. And
I've been back on my YouTube stuff. Like I'm watching Black Lightning with my girl, but I haven't started anything on my own. I am caught up. I'm caught up on Supergirl. I am. I'm caught up on Supergirl. I watched the finale of The Flash. I dig it.
All right.
I dig it. And like the revelation that comes at the very end is it's a shock.
Okay.
But a little bit of what we already thought.
All right. Word.
But like I want to know what happens going forward. I need some explanations. I need a lot of things happening here to understand what's really happening here. Because they left a lot of stuff on the table.
All right, word.
They left a lot of stuff on the table. But yeah, I dug that. And hopefully next season we get another villain that is not a speedster. Supposedly that's the case.
Oh, okay. Nice.
But they said that they had scenes that led you to the new villain, but they had to be cut for time.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So
Word.
they might release some stuff around Comic-Con.
I
So
like that. Maybe they'll throw it on Netflix.
yeah. I dig that. And I've been watching a lot of YouTube. Okay. So you're not a person that loves Grand Theft Auto, right?
Correct.
Okay. Okay. First of all, I may have another copy of Grand Theft Auto 5. You should try it at least.
Word.
I got a disc copy of Grand Theft Auto 5.
Word.
Okay.
Send it my way.
Yep. And then so I've been watching this guy is dissecting like old Grand Theft Autos. Like
Okay.
he is like going like deep diving into one of the supposed villains from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Okay.
And he's talking about how Ryder, who was one of the villains, and also, he was one of your homies, but he was also one of the villains in the end of the game, how he was not supposed to be a villain.
Really?
And he goes like deep into it. Like, okay, the worst part about it is it's not voiced over. It's a bunch of text on the screen, which is a pain, especially if you're watching it on your phone.
Yeah, right.
But like there's like specific instances where like if he was really a villain and he was down with the villains, like things would not have happened the way that we thought.
Huh. Interesting.
And it is real interesting stuff. So I've been watching that. And like just a lot of other things on the YouTube, including watching videos of the homies, the Rogers Bros. Now the Rogers Bros, they do videos where they OBS it. They on the Mac. I won't hold that against them, but they on the Mac and they OBS it, and they do live streams where people actually pay them money for them to play and critique marching band videos.
What?
And bruh, I think they have a thing called super chats. I think you can't get super chats until you have 1,000 followers.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But bruh, people just throw money at them in order for them to play their video. There was this, I was watching, what was it, Sunday maybe? And they were playing a whole, like most of their shows, and they stream for like 3 or 4 hours.
That's a long time.
And most of their stuff turns into Southern everything, Southern University everything.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently, they were playing a lot of Texas Southern stuff that night, and not really playing a whole lot of Southern stuff. So one lady, just to prove her love, put down $100.
What?
Now it was a long video, but she put down $100, bam, on the table. It's like, play some damn Southern. Because it goes, if you jump the line depending on how much money you pay for your video.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So she made sure she jumped that line. She put down $100, and I'm like, well, I need to start streaming. I mean, I ain't gonna try to take Day Hustle and do band videos, but I need to start streaming because, bruh, it's real. I mean, that's
crazy.
Yeah, man. And then like they but they some good dudes, man. And they live near Pooh Bear.
Okay, word up, man. All right, man.
They're from North Carolina, but they live in Maryland, near where Pooh Bear lives.
Cool. Hey, so you got anything else? I got a few things, and then we can get about it.
No, I think that's it. I did play the preview program for the new update on Killing Floor. Okay. It's weird. You can upgrade your weapons now. All of your weapons. So even your starting weapon, you can pay money and upgrade it instead of moving to another weapon. If you like that one, you can just keep upgrading it and make it stronger over the course of a match, which that changes everything completely. There's a couple new weapons. One of the weapons is a monster, and it is a 4-barrel shotgun. They had a double barrel shotgun in there. This one got 4.
That's nasty.
This one got 4, and it's called like Doomsday or something like that. It's like It's beastly.
Nice, man. Nice.
Beastly. I haven't used the other two. One of them is a M99 sniper,
Okay.
and the other one is like some power fists.
Okay. Word.
For the berserker and stuff like that. So but yeah, and then and yeah, so the update, but it's only live on PC, of course. It'll be live on all of the other ones once everything is sorted out. But yeah, I played a little bit and that was cool.
Show, man. All right. Well, I just got a couple of quick things that I want to talk about. Watch Deadpool 2 at the theater on Saturday.
I ain't seen it yet.
Quite enjoyed it, man. Pretty stinking good. Pretty good movie to watch. Rather enjoyable. So I do recommend it.
Let me ask you this question now.
Uh-huh.
Did it feel kind of weak in the middle for you, like everyone keeps saying? Like did the joke start dying on the vine and then at the end it picked back up? That's what seems to be the prevailing sentiment.
No, I can't say that. There were some funny areas. It was pretty consistently funny throughout. I will say at the beginning of the movie, though, before the movie, some of the trailers, there's a trailer called The Happy Time Murders. Man, it is a hard R movie for real. And you'll see what I'm talking about for real. It is, if you don't know what it is, look it up. It's about R-rated Muppets and what they do outside of being on TV. Like real, and it is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. The Happy Time Murders. Yeah, you check that out. Hard R, bro, for real. And then I've been watching on YouTube Cobra Kai, man. They've been advertising for it, so I watched they gave away the first 2 episodes free. It's good, man. I'm enjoying it.
I got it, man. I mean, I got YouTube Red, but I haven't watched it yet.
You should watch it and get on it because YouTube Red, if you have it, they're gonna raise the price. But if you currently have YouTube, it's gonna stay $9.99. They're gonna raise it to $11.99 because they
I pay for the family plan. So
okay.
Because I pay for the family plan and I got my girl and my daughter on it. So we all got it.
Word up. So, but no, that's pretty much all I had there, man. So, all right, man. Well, I don't have anything else, Mike. It's time to give some shout outs and get up out of here, dog. So, who you got?
Man, shout out to Keith.
Absolutely.
With a hard F, Keith.
Shout
out to Keith Nim. Right. Keith Nim showed up today. Days changed a little bit, so people probably were waiting on us on Monday and was like, nah.
I tweeted out there. I let him know we coming back on Thursday.
He said he's watching Legends of Tomorrow. The season is over, and all of it is on Netflix now. Even the season that just ended, because all of the DC stuff it turns over really fast. On
it's like a week. Yeah, it's a week or two.
It's like a week or so. So all of that stuff is there. I still say you got to get through that first season. The rest of it is actually pretty.
Boy, good. Do you? That is rough. Oh, I also been watching Smallville. Forgot to throw that out there. I
like Smallville, but it died around season 4 or 5-ish. Yeah. 4 or 5-ish. It picks back up at 6. It really picks back up at 6, I think. So
but it's interesting though.
Yeah. I ain't gonna talk. All
right. Okay.
I just don't like Lana. Like, I don't like her. Like, and he's like always pining for her, and again, like the whole thing about I mean, this is early in the jaunt when she got the kryptonite necklace, and he don't know why he gets sick every time he's around her.
Yeah, I'm at the point where he finally realized, and he finally gifted her a box to keep that thing, and she was like, "Is this your way of trying to tell me you don't want me to wear my necklace?" He's like, "No, not really." But I'd appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, I appreciate you though. So, but no, it's really good, man. I enjoy it. I can see why people liked it. It was a decent show, man. But boy, some of that. Hey, that's probably the best Lex Luthor I have ever seen.
Yes, I like Rosenbaum, and they did a panel at some sort of convention where the two of them got back together.
Oh, really?
They got back together, and they were talking about possibly wanting to try to do an animated series that follows after Smallville using their voices.
That'd be greatness, because I think Rosenbaum was a great Lex.
I thought he was too. I like the I'm a I'm a good dude with a bad side. How he played that. I love how he played that.
I know it was great, man. So I strongly recommend Smallville right now. So the theme song was corny as hell though. Like it's greatness though.
I don't remember it. It's been a while since I watched Smallville.
Go pull it up. It's pretty great. All right. So somebody else dropped in, I guess, live, and I didn't know who that was, but definitely shout outs to Keith. Appreciate that. Now I got some shout outs to some people here as well who've been tweeting and retweeting the show, and then I have some who added and followed me. Okay, so shout outs to Tap the Craft for hitting episode 100 last week. They hit us back, man, and said, yeah. So I guess 17, 18, 19, 20, so on 13th, I guess, or I don't even know what it is. I can't even see 17. I can't remember.
But okay. I just listened to the Smallville theme. I was like, okay, I got it.
Yeah. That's why
little cornball. It's a little
cornball. A little bit.
Little cornball. But you know what? At the time, every time the show started, somebody said, like you would just say that, these flat as all hell, save me. Alone. That was okay. It was cornball. It's cornball now after the fact, but at the time, it made sense because he's Superman. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Superman's
stupid, man.
But you know, I want to see. You know what I want to see? I think it sucks that we never saw the Superman from Supergirl ever again. I liked that guy.
Oh, he was good. Yeah, he's mad good. So he hadn't been back in Supergirl then? I thought he was working with Flash at one point. Okay, never mind that. Well, don't spoil nothing for nobody. We're going to move on. Let me get through these shout outs. So Tap the Craft, congrats on episode 100, man. Really proud of you guys. Okay, and shout outs to Slasher and Hammer and Jay O'Malley and Meef, who've been, retweeting us and everything, man. Also, shout outs to Sam, both Sams, SC Inga and Villegas. For hollering at us on Twitter and stuff. Shout outs to Q from Geeks with Color, QM Boyd. I guess it's now QM Boyd. He on Twitter. Shout outs to him, man. Shout outs to Rob Fu. They started following.
I was just talking to Q, and he was talking about. We were talking about like losing weight and like having to buy like new clothes. Like, but the worst part for me about losing weight, because I'm down. Last time I got weighed, I was 290.
That's good.
Which remember I was 330 at my heaviest.
Yeah.
So but like the worst part about it is like when your underwear don't fit and you gotta cinch up your belt extra, not just to hold your pants up, but also to hold your drawers up. It's rough. It's rough out here, dog.
I ain't mad at you. I concur, man. So and then also shout outs to now these are people who just followed me, so I followed them back. Kim Campbell, Blaxican Kills IT, and the name is Wrench, but it's @ Matty Ice _ So and then shout outs to Yojimbo, Fred French, and HyperX, because I tweeted out something and they kind of retweeted me back. So I just wanted to give a shout outs to everyone. I want to let you know that I saw it, but I just forgot to put it in the show notes last time we recorded, and it's been 10 days since then. So but everyone, that's really about it. Look, we're happy to be back in your ear again. We're happy to be out here on YouTube and Mixer and Twitch, and it took me a minute to fix the stream out for what you guys saw, but everything is fully recorded on YouTube. So if you really want to go see it, you can come check it on YouTube. But next week, I promise I'll have it ready and it'd be good to go, because I realized that I had to interact with the screen and hit play on it and blow it up, and then everything was good to go. But we're good to go. We're gonna work with this for now until we find an alternative means of distribution. But hey, thanks so much for listening, everybody. We appreciate it. Hope y'all will be back in your ears and in front of your eyeballs again next week. Until then,
Thursday. Peace out to them Warriors on
Peace out to the Thursday.